It's Black History Month, and there's a lot of Black history in a cemetery about 3 hours from St. Louis. As you'll learn in tonight's Making a Difference report, after years of neglect, a local woman is leading a mission to restore it. Winter is never rushed in Lexington, Missouri. It leaves a lasting impression, not unlike the town's history.
When I was very small, my dad and I would drive by it. He said to me one day as we were driving past, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "Well, it's a cemetery."
On the north edge of Lexington is Forest Grove Cemetery, where buried beneath the snow is America's past.
The property was purchased from a farmer by the city of Lexington in 1854 for the burial of the local slaves.
Judy Lindquist is a St. Louisan now, but she grew up in Lexington. A few years ago, she started the Forest Grove Cemetery Project to make sure the dead here stayed alive.
It was getting really out of shape, overgrown. Headstones were being knocked over and vandalism.
I have two sets of three great-grandparents buried in there. My three great-grandparents were all slaves.
Kansas City's Alan Lee also grew up in Lexington and was one of the first people to join the project.
The population of African Americans in the town got smaller, and then they no longer were capable of taking care of the cemetery, and it was basically abandoned.
But believing our yesterdays can help illuminate our todays, Judy started doing exhaustive research. She found over 350 people buried here who at one point were slaves, plus 7 black Civil War veterans. And that was just the beginning.
The Bouldridge name here in Lexington is synonymous with actually the happiest place in town.
Floyd Bouldridge ran the barber shop that his grandfather started in 1918. They stayed in business so long because, as one article put it, you could get a good haircut and good conversation for a low price. Through death certificates and other papers, Judy compiled hundreds of accounts and put them all in a new book called Forest Grove Cemetery: History, Faces, and Stories.
I've been doing genealogy for probably 25 or 30 years, and I find through that we are all connected. It is amazing.
The lady in the center of the cover is my great-great-grandmother.
Repairs have already begun, but the Forest Grove Cemetery Project is hoping to raise more money so the past can be more present to anybody who visits.
I think we always need to be reminded about our history.
I want them to honor the people who are there because of all that they accomplished and all that they went through.
Judy Lindquist and the Forest Grove Cemetery Project. A mission of preservation and restoration for generations to come.
She's just an outstanding lady.
The Forest Grove Cemetery Project needs to raise more money, and if you'd like to help, we can link you to their Facebook page when you go to the story on our website. And a reminder, we're always looking for heartwarming stories, inspiring people, and people making a difference. Let me know if you've got one. Send an email to mbush@kstk.com.
On my honor, I will